A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
With the house.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed
fall.
inside half the rooms.
Yeah, so this was a game I was not going to stream at all until I started playing it, and I was like, this game is fucking amazing, I've got to stream this. So I have played this intro before, so I already know how to do most of it, but up until the first body switch, I have played.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately. I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Trespassing.
In
This
her
game
will,
is
my mother
already
left me a
stunning.
key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back. The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to. The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
God, the text on screen is so, like, it's so simple, but it's so cool to me for some reason. Just the way it's done and how, like, the letters move around you and interact with the environment.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Jesus Christ, are we in Hello Neighbor or something? Missing. Milton Finch. October 23rd. 2000, I think? Date of birth. June 29th, 1992. Last seen, Oceans Island. WA, Washington. Age 11, height 4'6", sex male, race something Indian white, eyes blue, hair black. Something else cool is the pause screen is like a family tree. Yeah, so shit, Milton, I guess Milton was never found because he died in 2003, 2007? Damn. He was 92... 14 when he died? I think
As a child,
that is 14.
the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Also, something I noticed when I was reading the poster is, it looks like we're pregnant. Like, I could just be chunky, but like, I don't know, looks like I'm pregnant. So maybe that's why I'm going through. Find out why, like, everyone besides me and my family is fucking dead.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't. Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me. asked Edie once about the dragon in the pond. She said it had killed her husband. I was 6. It seemed like an odd joke to me even then.
What even is that? Like, I'm not even too sure what that is. Through the doggy door.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11. For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
Jesus, a bunch of alcoholics. I mean, I guess it's understandable given, like, what happened to Milton. But still, like, Jesus, and also, what is with the canned fish?
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture. My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
I mean, she got up and left without her wheelchair, so, like, it must have been in a hurry.
Instead of a family, there were just memories of one. After Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got pretty sick of salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
So, Molly must be named after that Molly. Because that Molly died in 97, but we were born in 99. So, there's no way that we could remember her. So, the cat just must be named after her.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it.
What remains
like a
of
smile
Edith,
with too many
Edith
teeth.
Finch? Me neither. I downloaded it off of Game Pass and fell in love with it. Music box for Barbara.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
I'm streaming it if you want to watch it.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
A lot of books.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
That's ominous. What the character said?
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Calvin and Sam. Calvin, 1950 to 1961. He's 11, damn.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
So if Calvin died at 11 and 61, then when did Sam die? Sam died in 83. Gregory, 76 to 77? He was a 1-year-old. Damn.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Sven Hosted Finch, 15 to 64, Edie, 17 to 2010.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Creepy bastard. Molly, 37 to 47, 10 years old.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
This one's open.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Aquatic life, huh?
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Grand book. Read it quite recently, actually. A couple months ago. Ooh, found the key.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Well, not really, considering that the
Now it
secret
was time to
entrance is
find out what
behind
my
a
mom had been
book
afraid
with a
of.
lock inside of it.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Yeah, this is Molly's room, right? Yeah, Molly. So Molly's 10 and she seems like more of a princess. So why'd she be into biology?
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here. Before my mom sealed the doors.
Cute. Molly Finch.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Okay, yeah, this is all new to me now. This is where I stopped playing to start recording. So everything from here is now new. Do I really want gerbil food?
My Halloween
Okay.
candy was all gone.
I could either eat gerbil food or leave. Wait, what's through there then? Because... So peering in... So this is the main door into the hallway, but then what's over here? A bathroom?
I kept eating and eating.
Oh no, don't eat the toothpaste, love. Oh, love. Ugh. 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 I hate the taste of toothpaste. Ugh.
I ate a lot of
These are
things
fake.
that night.
Those have to be fake, right? Who puts like real mistletoe on there up for decoration?
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
I want to eat.
The
I gotta eat the
gerbil food was
food.
dry, but I didn't mind it.
So I guess we better go investigate the chirping.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her.
Oh, you scared her off. Good job, love.
And suddenly, I was a
What
cat.
the fuck? The hell?
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Okay, RT to jump. Die, son of a bitch. Do I have like any control over this, or? That's actually cool.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Oi! Bloody bellends. Bird, dude.
I jumped and I almost got her.
Ah, you son of a...
I could tell she was getting really tired.
I'm getting really tired. Looks like a little patio place.
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
So you're never going to acknowledge the fact that you're a cat?
I gobbled her up.
But then I fell.
Suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little
What
teeth nibbling in the
the
grass.
fuck? What the... This game is insane, dude. So it looks like I'm like
Rabbits.
dive bomb. Hey, you little bitch! Bye bye, Peter.
Imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then
Damn,
I flew
that's a
off
bit
to find
sadistic.
something bigger.
Oh, well, I mean, there's not too much else that owls can grab. Well, I'm surprised you have that, or I'm surprised
A
you
mama
grabbed that
rabbit.
rabbit. Caw!
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Well, that's problematic, because we're in a tree. What the fuck is this game, dude? Oh god. Ugh. Ow. Brain damage. Ow. Ow. Ow.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I
That
was
car is
hungrier
probably
than ever.
traumatized. Sorry, did I see a goddamn shark? How do I go lower?
juicy seals.
But I can't get them for some reason. Why does the shark not know how to swim down? It does. The controls are just inverted.
And it tasted really good.
Oh, there's blood in the water now. Yeah, it's hard to swim without a flipper, isn't it?
I grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything changed.
Want a snack? Okay, salary snack.
Now I was a monster,
What is
and I
this
smelled
game,
people
dude?
everywhere.
One hell of a snake, good god. Hey, don't end.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Power and the kisser. Oh god, I hate it. I'm so big. Okay, what happens if I just start coiling? I want to see how big this thing is. Okay, the endpoint is on the tail. But like, Jesus Christ.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Damn, Molly's sadistic. Sailor early in the
passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I
Still the
slithered
snake thing,
onto the
goddammit.
sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Casually climbs a vertical pipe. Oh no! Oh no! Why? Don't come out of a toilet. Oh god! Like I don't have an irrational fear of snakes like that, but just I hate it. What are you doing? Stop it!
I got closer and closer.
Oh, we're in my room. Is that me right there? No, it's a chair. Must be on my bed then, right? Sure. So, like, did a snake get in her room and bite her? Causing her to die?
All my stomach started growling.
Like,
And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time. I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
I mean, you are a snack dough, and I'm gonna shut up cause you 10, but you're dead, but you 10. Anyway, that was a trip and a half.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Yo, Molly's a cat girl. Fucking child. Oh, hi, other Molly.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie
I
would
wonder
have, but Mom
why.
didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Well, this is Mom and Dad's room. We know that. No, this is. So we were just Molly. She died in 97 and was born in 37. So who would her parents be? Her parents would have been Edie and Sven, right? Because her parents wouldn't have been our parents. Because
I
she's
spent
our...
a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Yeah, I was right, because, yeah, this is Edie's room. Fucking Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds.
We got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Oh, that's what that is. Okay.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Dumbass one. I love fire, but if there's a fucking forest fire, I'm gone. Edith Jr. So that's me. Sam photo. Conspiracy now. Weird America. The Finches. Home movies. Sam's medal ceremonies. 68. My friend Bigfoot. CH1 Edith interview, and then random junk.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Mole man beneath the Finch house.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Kind of looks like Clementine.
Lewis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
When did Lewis die? 2010. And I think Milton died in 2003. That looks like a 3 rather than a 7, but I'm not too sure.
Her room was like a museum.
Odin, 1880 to 1937. Okay, so I'm going to assume that's what's going to put us into... Oh, is Odin that creepy bastard from before? Okay, so I'm going to assume that's going to put us in Odin's shoes. Is there anything else I can interact with here?
Even in her 90s.
Yes.
Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Exploration people. Oh, Edie, the Lorax is not happy with you. Carpeted bathroom, why? The Lorax is fucking fuming. Also, what pill bottle has Saturday and Sunday? And oh my god, who keeps calling? Bloody hell.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Ah. Yeah, Kate, she's one of them that isn't on the tree. So it's Sanjay, Sven, Ingeborg, and Kay. So I'm guessing the Leafs are like people who married into the family and not like direct descendants. So Sanjay was with Dawn, presumably. Sven we know was with Edie. We can assume Ingeborg was with Odin, and then Kay with Sam.
It was a pretty big trace.
You didn't say. There's a secret in this bathroom by Sven and Edith Finch.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book. Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
So this is his black room? Or his dark room? Calvin Finch. April 25th, 1950. Died September 23rd, 61. That deer one's a cool image. Another starfish. I mean, we're on an island, but like, there's 2 starfishes connected to the family now. It's... more bottles. And yet again with Milton. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can go back and discover anything about, like, Otis. Can I leave? Not when my game freezes. I hear my character making noise, but... Okay, lovely, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna go do Otis's thing first before we move on, because I don't want to, like, break anything. Monkey. Okay. Odin.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune.
No, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, there we go. R2.
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johann.
Wait, Johann? Johann isn't even on the tree, even though Odin is a member of the family. So where's Johann? Johann should be between Odin and Walter. Interesting.
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Orcas Island.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Huh.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Interesting. Good old shower chair. Love me some shower chair. I don't even know why I'm laughing, that's not funny. I have no idea whose room this is. Oh, it's Kelvin and Sam's. So Sam was very military, tough boyish. Sam looks like more nerdy, kinda. Dark guns. There's the deer picture again. No, get off your damn knees, Edith. Captured Secret Lives of Wars photographers. He's in the U.S. Marine Corps.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin.
Fancy
And
ass
that
rope.
he never talked about him.
Yeah, because Calvin died very early, didn't he? Yeah, 50 to 61. He died at 11.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
This place is fucking bussin', dude. Calvin, 50 to 61.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Broken leg.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Also, dude, why are you only swinging with your broken leg? Like, what the fuck? Dude. Oh, wait, do I have to use RT? Oh, I'm supposed to be using,
At Barbara's
L
funeral,
and R.
we swore he'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
I am very
But
clearly
that day-
Norwegian.
He finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I
mean-
hadn't said that,
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then
God,
maybe
dude.
he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
Oh
I
my
think he'd
god.
already made up his
Like, this
mind.
isn't even a VR game. Like, this is actually scary to me.
That's
Oh
what I
my
want to
God.
remember about my brother.
Yo, we did it, gamers! Let's go!
The day he made up his mind to fun. And he did.
Into a cliff face at 40 miles per hour. It's sad.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Huh. I'm not too sure how long this game is, but it looks like it's pretty short. I might try to finish it in the stream.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Oh, what's this? Oh, another hatch. Is there anything else in here before I go through there? This game is really cool. I don't want to miss anything. Doesn't look like it. Time for a 61.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
The way she said that, smaller hands and bellies, like, I really do feel like she's pregnant. Anyway, more bowls. This just leads to one of the hallways, right? I'm gonna go over here first. Okay, that also leads to a room. I'll go through here. Yeah, we've never been here
Edie's
before.
father, Odin, built the original house.
Barbara, 44 to 60. She was 14.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Damn. Ken with the bowls. Okay, well, assumedly, if I go back through here, that's going into Barbara's room, so I'll go check that out before we go into the attic.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
My friend Bigfoot, that's what that was. Bill Button? Damn, girl, you got to meet Bill Button?
I never
Definitely
thought about
didn't
how
let the
hard it
fame
must
get
have
to your
been for
head.
her afterwards.
She was cute. Birthday pizza? What the fuck? Ew. I'm not really a pizza person, but birthday pizza especially, yeah. Okay. Making a doll like this makes no sense. Either, one, if it's for the movie My Friend Bigfoot, it's gonna be named after the character she played, not herself, and if the doll is of her, one, that's very fucking strange, and two, why would it be marketed as My Friend Bigfoot? Poking plot holes, game. fuck writes that much fan mail to a child? She looks 7 in that. Fuck. Oh god, no. Please no, anything but that. Anything but the damn clock from, Duck Hunt. Please. Is it a fucking tornado outside? Dreadful
All the
stories, guest
stories
starring.
people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at
Scream
16,
queen.
she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky
16
break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better.
Ugh.
I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest
What was
fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that
Like
was
that.
a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I
Convenience
loved
is
your delivery on
convenient.
that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
Yes, thank you
20 minutes
indeed,
later,
babe.
Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Oh, this is cool. At least it would be cool if the
Found
fucking
key.
thing would rotate.
She listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Ah, this is so cool.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
I love this so much. Oh my god. This is so fucking cool. I wonder how much money it cost them to lease this out, by the way. Like, the Halloween theme is so much money.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
I'm sorry, what the fuck? There's the table saw that Dan slipped into. Fuck off out of here, boy.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax.
You
I was just trying to
bitch.
scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
then act
Scared,
curious.
pissed.
All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She threw him out. But
Damn.
she left a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there?
Ah!
Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
I love this so much. Oh my god. This is so cool, dude. It's been a while since I've been able to freak out at a game this much.
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
I mean, presumably, because each house has or each room has some sort of secret passage. Question is, what's this one? Oh, right there. Oh, this is Uncle Walter. Oh, I didn't realize that.
She played her part beautifully.
Molly's room.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
Whack-a-mole.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Double tap the cunt. He's gonna be gone when I turn the corner. I know it.
The hookman
I fucking
had vanished.
called it, son of a
She listened
bitch.
for his breathing, but all she heard was...
A little preoccupied at the moment. And knock over the books galore.
Someone at the door was
I'm
dying
going, I'm
to
going.
speak to young Barbara. At the door,
Exactly, young.
whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh, fuck that right off.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was
Oh god, are they
going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. she had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
So, presumably, we know that this is real, right? That, like, some form of these events actually happened. And if they
Edie
did,
told me all
that's
Barbara wanted was
so...
to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Like, if, like, we actually found a piece of her ear in the music box, like, that's very fucking, like, disrespectful. Like, what? Well, into the box we go.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Yeah, but that section was really cool.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Is she kind of like the John Bonet of this universe? Wait, I could have gone here the entire time? How did I miss this in both of my playthroughs? What?
Mom must have locked the
What's
third
that
floor
say
stairs
to?
on the night we left.
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
So is that just a towel? Music box was over here, right? Yeah. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. I wonder if I could have done that immediately. Kinda doubt it.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted
Shit.
another tetanus shot.
If you have one, you don't need to get it again, right? Or am I stupid? There's the fabled saw of the table.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Sus.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
Or did she have someone down here?
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
What the fuck?
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone.
And where
She
did
said
Walter
after Barbara
go?
died, he got as far away as he could.
He looked 7. The fuck do you mean he got away?
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
So is this the next hatch? Walter, 1952 to 205. Wow. He's just been living down here. Building stuff.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow.
How the human mind is.
But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Well, clearly you're not used to it because you still insist on putting that, like,
Even a monster
action,
on the other
like,
side of the
figure thing
door
on that
starts
side.
to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that
Finally not
thing
take
was,
Walter Wood
it
thing?
was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
So, theoretically, the shaking is the family walking around upstairs in 2005. No, Lewis died in 2010. I was gonna say maybe the shaking stopped because the family left. But Edith said that Lewis died right before they left, and so if he died in 2010, then they left in 2010. Also, canned peaches are the shit. Those things are good as hell.
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can. I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara
Listen up.
and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake.
Maybe.
But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
Which presumably it did, because when did you die? This is Walter. Yeah, 2005. He died.
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one real day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Until he got hit by a train?
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
So, theoretically, he broke down the wall of the basement with a sledgehammer, which led to a train tunnel. Where he then left right as a train was coming by?
I'm sure my mom was
Damn,
trying to
talk about
protect me.
unfortunate. Oh wait, can I not? No.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Get hit by a
But if she
train?
never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Can't see. It's dark as shit. Hey, there we go, light.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself
Definitely pregnant.
and found out what happened to everyone else. But now
I
I'm
swear
worried
to
the
God, if I
stories
round this corner
themselves
and get
might
hit
be
by
a
a train.
problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
That feels a bit wrong. Like, motherfucker was killed by a train, so you're gonna commemorate him with a train and a fucking cap? Feels a bit condescending to me, but Oh yeah, something tells me I'm not gonna get hit by a train, Jesus.
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family.
We're writing to our kid.
And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth. And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Swing. Kelvin began to fly. Oh, get over here. Dahoy.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
Christopher the fish, Shadow
Three
the
of the
cat.
gerbils are mine, and too had been my fault.
Jesus. Stasi. Oliver the Rabbit. Bob the Doggo. You see the Doggo, Derpy, Derpy Jr., Burpy, Chirpy, Furpy, Lurpy, Zerpy. Zoe, Coco, Tucker.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Whoa. Molly, born December 11th, 1937. Died December 13th, 1947. Calvin Finch. Born April 25th, 1950. Died September 23rd, 1961. Sven Finch. Born June 17th, 1915. Died August 26th, 1964. Edith Finch, born April 8th, 1917, died December 5th, 2010. Walter Finch, born August 26th, 1952, died March 31st, 2005. Barbara Finch, born October 31st, 1944, died October 31st, 1960.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Who is our mom and dad? Dawn? Like, our mom and dad are never explicitly stated or shown.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night. Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from.
Oh, I missed a few.
Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Gregory Fitch, born January 12th, 76. Died December 19th, 1977. 1 years old. Damn. Sam Finch, born April 25th, 1950. Died July 16th, 1983. Gus Fitch, born June 20th, 1969. Nice. Died November 8th, 1982.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Milton Finch, born May 19th, 1992. No death
We
date.
never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
Sanjay Kumar, born September 6th, 1966, died February 22nd, 2002. Lewis Finch, born December 27th, 1988, Died November 21st, 2010.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Back at that porch thing from Molly's story.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing,
I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Aha! I fucking knew it! 22 weeks sounds... wait, 22 weeks, that's... 22 weeks is... 4, 4 is 8, 12, 16... 20... Yeah, like 5, 6 months. Yeah, I could see 5, 6 months. America.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
Marines. Sam, 1950.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
That we are. That we are.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
That is what going to war is. Edith Finch. Maryland. Yeah, so they got a divorce. So I'm guessing this is him buying her a ticket and telling her to fuck off. Theodore's Quality Cigars. Don't look like no cigars to me, though.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
Dawn, I
These
called
memories
it.
are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm?
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged. Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey,
Shut the fuck up.
I will never forget
Oh, wait, I was
this
supposed
weekend,
to-
Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful.
Who
The camera's
voices
older than you are.
Sam? Who voices Sam? I know this guy. He sounds
not have
so
drunk all that
familiar.
coffee.
You're right, Dad. It's
Hey,
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying.
I know
I'm
Sam's
not always
voice
gonna be here,
actor.
Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
I don't fucking know. I've taken like 8 pictures of this area.
Grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
What the fuck is she? What?
Dad,
Oh.
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target. Let me get behind you.
do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Now keep yourself squared up, elbows down, like we practiced. Whenever you're ready. Great shot, Dawn!
Oh, come on, dude. Dude, come on. Don't.
I'm proud
dude,
of you, Dawn.
come on, man.
Always remember that, okay?
Oh, that's so cool and trippy. Oh my god.
Sorry, Don.
this
Just gotta reset the timer.
Game, dude.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about.
Dad!
Oh no. Oh my god.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Wow. Let's see this over here.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
of Calvin's things. Oh no, Greg. This is the one I was dreading. What happened to Greg, dude?
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
Raise flag, breakfast, quiet time. Dawn, sweep trash, Gus, mop, mow. Greg, be a baby. Jump rope times 100, jumping jacks times 150. Push-ups 100. Crunches with a space in between 100, and run to the mailbox and back. Do I even want to know what happened to Gregory? Kid looks like a fucking demon, but...
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Childhood. Froggy. Also, I think I immediately know what happened to Gregory. You left a 1-year-old child unattended in the bathtub. Never mind.
Hold on, sweetie.
Actually, I mean, yeah, it's pretty damn clear what happened to Gregory. You left a 1-year-old child unattended in a bathtub.
I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw.
Oh shit, I'm controlling the frog.
What his world was like. He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Get the beat. Gregory. Knock all the letters of Gregory's name into the bathtub. 100 gamer score. I thought that's what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to land on top of the well. Ah, son of a bitch. Son of a... We just talk about how majestic this frog is, though. Got the moves. know how silly it sounds. That I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw. There's so much I don't understand about Gregory, about everything. But I know what happened wasn't your fault.
Yes, it was. It absolutely was.
I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
It's okay, it wasn't your fault? Like, yes it was. It absolutely was. She left a 1-year-old unattended in a bathtub. That is absolutely her fault. I would be fucking furious if I was Sam. Like,
A
forget
poem for
that
Gus,
Sam called.
who always said the wedding was a bad idea.
Did he now?
Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
These kite physics are fucking matters.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Fuck the bride! Not like that!
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Damn, I like Gus. This is a baller.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Damn.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get. Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Oh. So she met a guy from India, Sanjay, who is our dad.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Yeah. Interesting.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later.
My brother. More Milton
When my dad
posters.
died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
It's Milton.
And to see kids in the
Edith.
house again. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal, but it didn't last.
What the fuck? That is not the scientific method. Observation, question, research, hypothesis. I'm sorry, but when the fuck is hypothesis step 4? Hypothesis is the first thing. Either my school is insanely fucking slow, or Dawn is not qualified to be a teacher.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Gave him a castle? Excuse you?
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Milton, 1992. It's a no death date listed.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
Milton, 1992.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Trying to be like Barbara, are we? This must have been a bitch to animate. Never mind, I see exactly how they animated it. But I have mad respect for anyone that can do flipbook art. I suck at that shit. But to be fair, I suck at regular art too, so... It's not exactly a step up, is it? So all we have left are my mom, Lewis, and Edie.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
What did you find, Milton?
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room, until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Lewis,
Everyone always told me to stay out
1988
of
to
Lewis's
2010.
Except Lewis.
Oddly enough. Oh, achievement get. Look into all the peepholes and telescopes long enough to hear Edith's commentary. Nice.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Like beer and pot?
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery. But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to
Mine began to... Oh.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats and toads. And things that have not names.
That's ominous.
He knew it was all in his head. He took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then, daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss, but he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first.
At first?
He told me he'd made a new friend.
Who's your good papa? Is that you? Yes, you is.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won.
What a fucking shocker that one was.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. We started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the town. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on. In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a
beautiful prince, handsome queen. Handsome queen.
Handsome queen.
Odd that we get to decide his sexuality, but okay.
The queen was on her own quest for
sinister serpents, why not?
Sinister serpents.
Hey, fuck off, Larry.
He followed the sound of her
silver harp.
Silver harp. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Jesus Christ, my game is tanking right now.
Someone who'd never known
What the
success
fuck?
in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him. He began to forget the world we know.
Wonder if this is my locker.
I think it pained him to remember Louis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him. His queen waited, holding his crown.
My queen got a fucking dumper dough.
There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
I'm not French, am I?
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Emily, not.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
So, was it suicide or just an accident while he was thinking about himself? Because honestly, it kind of seems like suicide. But
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
until there was one final death.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
Kind of a bitch move. What am I supposed to do?
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
Edith.
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Edith Finch.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
The adults have to argue, you see.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
History of the Finches by Edith
Dear
Finch.
Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around.
I absolutely did not get turned around. I've been holding straight.
I started seeing things.
Deer that killed Sam?
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but
Oh, you.
Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it.
That's so cool.
A few years went by.
Oh, that's so cool.
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you.
Supposed to be.
But now I hope you'll never see it.
Oh God, I'm being
I just want to
birthed.
meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Oh no, is she gonna die during childbirth?
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Edith. 2017. Wow. Story by Grant Sparrow. Aw, for Shirley Dallas. 1948 to 2013. Everything ends. Finish all the stories. Achievement. Thanks, Johan. Sees Johan's name in the ending credits. Why is that funny to me? Jeff Russo. Jesus Christ, Melissa, you're fucking terrifying. Demon child. Operana Interactive. Megan, put down the gun. It's okay. Oh, Seth played it. Oh, and so did I. Where's John? Wait, I'm sorry. Dick Hog? Dick Hog. Dick Hog. There's a man in this world named Dick Hog. (2012 to 2017). The end. Wow. I don't know what to say. It has honestly been so long since a game has just left me stunned for words like this. This was a game that I'd always see at the end of the Game Pass list, that I'd always look at, and for whatever reason make a remark of it. I don't really know why, I would just always make some remark about it, but I never bothered to check it out until the other day. And I'm very glad I did. This was fantastic. Right, well, I think I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you for anyone that accompanied me on this amazing journey, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.